All right, Coach, first week of practice, tell us what you've seen.
It's an exciting time, Grant. You know, it's a different group. You know, we've obviously lost 4 seniors that have been in our program a long time, and so there was a little bit of we're used to those guys being around, so it's different. But man, it's been great, man. I really like this group a lot. We're a young team. We only have 1 senior. We have 2 juniors, and the rest are freshmen and sophomores. But we have a mature ball club. We've got a lot of guys in our locker room now that are come back, and that we call them veterans now. You know, they've played a year of Division I basketball, and we've got 10 guys in that locker room that have done that. So it's fun, and it's an exciting group. It's a group I've enjoyed being. We've got a long ways to go, but I like their energy and I like their effort right now.
Everybody's got a long way to go in June, right? How about the importance, and this is the 3rd year, I guess, you've had this opportunity to bring guys in the summer, and the difference between having them here versus getting them in August?
Oh, it's a program changer. You know, anytime you can spend, we get 8 weeks with them this summer, and more importantly than anything they can do on the basketball floor, it's the strength and conditioning that's so important. And we're very fortunate to have Coach Burke and his staff, and they've done a tremendous job with our guys, building relationship with our guys, and then making our guys better athletes. You know, this is a time where you get quicker, you get faster, you get to where you can jump higher, you get stronger, you get more explosive, and all that stuff adds to the basketball floor this fall and the spring when we go out and compete. And I think our program is getting better. We're getting better in the summer with the conditioning and the strength stuff, and that's more important right now to me than anything.
Jalen Franklin was Freshman of the Year in the Southland Conference. He was in one competition, national finalist for Freshman of the Year on the mid-major level. Where does he need to go from here, and maybe even this summer, leading up to the beginning of the season?
Well, he's got to show some maturity. You know, I mean, last year he was a freshman, and he had a great year, but he made a ton of mistakes. And he'll tell you, he turned the basketball over, and he did some things. He needs to rebound the ball better. So we're just challenging him to become a better player. He had a great freshman year, but we just don't want to stop there. We want to continue to challenge him and push him, and he's had a great week. You know, I've been on him real hard to become a leader, to show some maturity, to get in front of the lines, to be an example for people, and to help Jovan lead. The same thing I did with Jaron Lewis. I think Jaron Lewis is not as vocal at times as a guy like Jay Frank, but Jaron Lewis is a leader through his work ethic, and Jaron Lewis played a ton of minutes. Him and Jay Frank both, as true freshmen, played an important role, and they have to grow into leadership and mature roles for our team, and I've been very pleased this first week with both of them and their work ethic.
Have you ever had a bigger team than the one you have now?
It's funny, you know. I mean, we're used to looking around and looking down at guys, and so now you look there. If we still had Parker, I don't know if we could see him in that circle anymore. So that's a good sign for us. You know, you gotta have length and you gotta have size to win at this level. That's the hardest thing to get at this level, and so we're finally starting to get some of that, and hopefully that produces some better teams defensively for us on the floor.
You mentioned the 4 seniors you lose. How important will it be to identify 1 or 2 guys to take the mantle from those seniors? Because what they provided in leadership may have been as important or more than what they did on the court, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we have to figure that out. You know, I think that's what this summer's about. You know, what are guys stepping up, or is it a team leadership deal, or are there certain individuals that step up? And you know, we're kind of letting the team decide that right now, and through their work ethic and through some different things they're doing. I tell you what, Grant, a big concern of mine is losing Jay Little is the assist-to-turnover ratio. You know, we weren't very good with it anyways, and then we lose a guy that was almost 2.7 to 1 assist-to-turnover ratio. So that's a huge deal for us this summer, is taking care of the basketball and get better. You know, we were not very good defensively, and a lot of that had to do because we turned the basketball over. We got to get better at taking care of the basketball, and that goes with leadership too, because Jay Little was the leader. So it's a void, there's no question. With that senior group, it was an incredible group, but that group didn't leave the locker room. I told our team this on our team meeting Sunday. Those guys left something in this locker room. Parker left a work ethic, his motor, his toughness. Jay Little with his leadership and his unselfishness and his ability to compete. Austin Cook and then, you know, his three-point shooting, he was a worker, led by example, his toughness, you know, and then Dew, what a story. You know, Dew's fixing to graduate, going to be the first in his family to graduate once he passes this next class, and just an incredible bounce-back year from the year before. So they all, and Lou was incredible with our young guys in the post and teaching them, and his unselfishness of just wanting those guys to be better. You know, a lot of guys don't want that because it takes minutes from them, and so those things are in our locker room, and these guys will carry that torch, and that's part of building a program, and then these guys will leave their legacy.
Last thing, you're always hesitant, I know, as a coach, to talk about somebody who hasn't played a minute for you yet, but it's impossible to miss Jelani Friday. He was in here with his good buddy B.J. Maxwell last year. They redshirted. Can you tell me about his potential and what you think he could be if he continues to work hard?
Right now it's potential. Right now everything's potential, but he's got the size and the skill level at this level to be a really good player. And you see flashes of that. We saw it last year and we've seen it this summer. He's got a chance and the potential to be a really good player and give us something that we haven't had since I've been here. A true guy that can average 7, 8, 9, 10. You don't want to put a ceiling on it, but could be a rebound guy. He's awfully skilled offensively. He's got to learn to play in the paint more. He wants to step out and be a guard.
Is he one of your best outside shooters?
But he can really shoot the ball. And so we're going to have to figure that out and how it works. But right now he's got to get in the paint for us and learn to score and do some things in there. But he's got the potential, and potential is a scary word, but he's got the potential to be a really, really good player.
Last thing, we haven't talked to you since your schedule became solidified in terms of your non-conference. Talk about some of the exciting games you have.
Yeah, we're excited. We're going to go open up at New Hampshire, which is a game they came here to our place with a bunch of Texas kids, and they embarrassed us last year, in my opinion. We were a young ball club at the time. We didn't play very well, and they came in here and got us. And so that's a game I know our team's looking forward to. And then we go to Oklahoma. We're going to play the Sooners, and they're pretty good. They're not bad. They had a pretty good year, and obviously very well coached. Coach Kruger does an unbelievable job. And then we're going to go to New Mexico, which is one of the best venues in college basketball to play, the Pit. And so we're looking for. I think our guys will really enjoy that. Probably a lot more, than me. I don't know if they know what they're getting into. But it's a great environment, and it'll be good for us. It'll be a great road test for us to go into an environment like that and see if we can compete. Then we're going to go out in California. We're going to play Sac State, and we're going to play the University of San Francisco. So that'll be a fun trip for our team. Try to give guys the chance to do some things that they wouldn't have the chance to do. So I think they're going to really enjoy that trip. And then we got a home and away at the same year with Charleston Southern. So it's a good schedule. It's a schedule that we like. It's a tough schedule. It's a schedule that we better get ready for. We're going to get tested early. We got a lot of games on the road. We only have one home game besides our 4 nons. So we're going to have to be a tough team, and that's where we've struggled. We were 2-12 on the road last year, and so we got to get a lot better.